Guys, Morphe came out with blush trios, and I'm gonna show you guys how to use them in 3 different ways. Let's get into it. I have the Morphe Trio, the Cheek Thrills, and this is in the color After Party, which looks just like this. And I'm gonna show you how to apply it as an eyeshadow, blush, and even a lipstick. So right now I just have my brows done. I just have on foundation and concealer, no powder, and I'm gonna show you what to do. So I'm gonna start off with eyeshadow. So I'm gonna put a little bit of an eyeshadow primer, which the one that I'm using is from Laying Low MAC, and a flat 242 brush from MAC as well. I'm just gonna pick some up. So I like using a flat brush. I just am able to get more product, control it a little bit more, and I'm just applying it right underneath my eyebrow, like I'm literally tracing right under it. Don't be afraid to put it on the inner corner. I'm just blending it out everywhere. And the reason why I use this is because I like my shadow to stay and not crease, and this helps it to stay and not crease as much. So real quick. Okay, now after that I have that, I am literally going to use the cream from the palette, and I'm gonna put some right on top. Honestly, you don't really, if you really wanted to, you don't have to put the eyeshadow primer, but I wanted it to be super secure with the blush color that I'm gonna use on my crease, so it does not move on my eyes. So I wanted it to be really secure. So I'm just applying the cream all over my lid. And I'm stopping like right as I'm about to hit the crease. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my fluffy crease brush from MAC 224. Do not judge my brush. It's so old, but it works so good. I'm using the blush color, and I'm just in my crease. So literally right in here where my crease is, I literally placed my brush like at the end of my lash here. And in this little pocket, I'm gonna do little windshield wipers or little circular motions. Your crease is where your bone is. So that is exactly where my brush goes. So I'm placing some here, diffusing it towards the end of my eye, towards the front of the brow, because I don't want it to look super perfect on my eyebrows. I want it to look like it's super diffused. I don't want that harsh line underneath my brows. That's what I mean by not looking perfect. So I'm just putting it everywhere. And I actually really love this color. It complements my skin tone really well. It's like a bronzy rose peach had a baby. Okay, so after doing that, I'm gonna sprinkle some on my lid too. So I'm literally just using this palette and 2 brushes. Then I'm gonna use a smaller brush. I think this is called 239 from MAC, and I'm gonna pick some up and I'm just gonna put it right underneath my eyes, just like this. Just like that. I know it looks crazy, guys, but just trust the process. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of winged liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Now I am going to go in with blush. So I'm going to use my 47 brush from Sephora, and I'm going to use the cream blush up here. And again, I have just foundation and concealer, no powder yet. And I'm just going to kind of smile a little bit and add it to the apples of my cheeks and bring it higher. I like to apply blush on my cheeks. I just love how it makes it look so youthful, but I still like to drag it up as well to lift my face. So I'm literally lifting it up to my hairline, just like this, and same on this side. And I love how like easy it is to blend it. It's so buttery, it's so soft. It's not patchy. It grips perfectly. So I think you guys will really enjoy this formula. But like I said, I'm just doing little patting motions on the cheeks and lifting it up to the sides of my face. And just like that, it's so wild how blush brings so much life to the face. Okay, so after doing that, I'm gonna grab a little bit of concealer just right on the inner corner. I'm using Natasha Denona color YN6. And I'm just gonna place some right in the inner corner of underneath my eyes. And I'm gonna use my Paw Paw sponge from Amazon, the best sponges ever. And I know I'm covering up the shadow, or sorry, the blush that I put underneath my eyes, but I'll go over that. The reason why I like to add a little bit more concealer right on the inner corner is because it brings a lot more brightness to the face, as you can see. So I love to apply it there, and then also whatever's left over, I just start blending it in to the blush so it can look seamless and blended beautifully. And when you have concealer sitting there for a long time, it gets creasy, and layering is the way to go so it can last longer, brighten. So it looks just like that. What a difference that makes. And then now I'm just going to pat, like I'm literally just patting the center of my nose with that little bit of concealer and then bringing it up to the center. I always blend like on the sides of my eyebrows because I don't want just that line right in the middle. So just like that. Then I'm going to set it. Now that all of the creams are on the face, I am going to set it and forget it. I'm actually using the Morphe baking powder as well. I actually love this one. This is the brightening pink. Very lightweight, very sheer, and I'm gonna use a little puff from Amazon. I'm gonna pick some up and I'm gonna like warm it up on the back of my hand like this. And I am going to pat it right on the sides of my nose, inner corner, and just whatever's left over for my puff kind of naturally go towards the end. Same here. Sides of nose, inner corner, whatever's left over, kind of just dab to the sides. Make sure that you're blending it beautifully. Pick up a little bit more, and I am going to set my nose, my forehead, my laugh lines. Then I am going to set my face with my favorite Mineralize Skinfinish powder from MAC called Medium Golden, in the color Medium Golden. Same puff. And I'm just going to set in all the areas of my face. The reason why I like using a puff, it gives you more coverage. You have more control. And it just looks so much better. I love the way it looks with the puff. Even if the powder is not full coverage, the puff will give you more of a full coverage. So I am oily, so I like to make sure that I set my face really well, because I do not want to be really oily. And if you have dry skin, you can also use this powder because it's not super mattifying. It's hydrating. It's like a hydrating powder that makes your skin look like skin, but covers in all the right areas, wherever you apply it. Okay, so now that I set it everywhere, I'm gonna apply a little bit of bronzer. So I'm gonna use a Charlotte Tilbury number 3 tan. Can you tell I love it? With my Morphe E3 angled brush. I'm gonna pick some up. And it has a little point here. So where your point is will be where the top of your ear is. That is your guide. So I'm gonna place them here. And I'm stopping midway. Same on this side. Just like this. Then I'm gonna get my forehead because I want to look like the sun just kissed me. I want that natural sun-kissed look. I'm gonna grab some, get that double chin, honey. Just like this. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab the exact same brush that I used on the crease of my eyeshadow, and I'm picking up some bronzer, and I'm just gonna contour my nose a little bit, the sides of my nose, a little tip of the nose, and then on the sides all the way to the brow, so it looks like everything is coming together, blending beautifully. Okay, enough of the bronzer. Now back to this. Gonna grab my angled brush, and I'm gonna use the powder blush, and I am going to just pat it on top of the cream. You're probably wondering, like, can I just use the powder without the cream? You can, but the cream gives it more pigmentation and it will last longer. So I would definitely recommend to do both. And I'm just gonna apply it to the apples and bringing it to the high points. I just barely put like bronzer here because I want it to mostly be blush. Oops. Then you could pick some up, put some on your chin, a little bit on your nose, a little bit on your forehead. So blush is the first thing to go on your face. So don't be afraid to put on a good amount. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my brush again, my 239 brush with the powder that I used in the beginning. And I'm just going over that same tip, which is right underneath. And here's a little tip, guys. When you drag it down a little bit more, you camouflage the fine lines. So right at the end and going all the way to the tear duct. Then whatever's left over, start dragging downward to camouflage the fine lines. Just like this. And I'm gonna put on some mascara and I'll be right back. By the way, thank you Creative Beauty Co for sponsoring this video. If you are in the Arizona area and you are wanting to know how to do makeup on yourself, I offer private one-on-one hands-on makeup lessons as well as master classes for aspiring makeup artists and makeup artists. Or if you are just needing an artist for special events or your special wedding day, I am your girl. Hit the link below to contact me. All right, I'm back. All right, now for the lip. So I'm gonna use, can you tell this is one of my favorite lip liners? Oh my God, I literally just bought one from the Sephora sale. It's Fenty Beauty in the color Traced. It's either Traced or Rubbabandz, I have to tell you, but it's either one of those. But I love, love, love this pencil. So I'm just gonna trace it first. Trace my lips first. It's like the perfect nudie brown. It's so pretty. Then I'm gonna go in with Rents Dew from One Size. And I'm just gonna do the Cupid's bow. Went a little too high there, guys. So just right on the Cupid's bow and right underneath. Then I'm gonna use the cream blush as my lipstick. And just to soften it a little bit, I'm gonna use, not soften it, make it a little bit more nudie. I'm gonna use MAC in the color Honeylove, which is my favorite nude. And I'm just gonna pat it in the center. Sephora lip gloss. This is in the color Brave. And I'm just gonna put it right in the center of my lips, a little bit over my Cupid's bow. And just in the center. It gives you an illusion that you have poutier and plumped lips if you just put it in the center. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of my highlighter right on my cheeks, my cheekbones, a little bit on the center, like literally whatever's left over on my finger, right on the sides of my forehead. Blend it out just a little bit. And you know me, I love blush. Add a little bit more. All right, guys, and there you go. It is a very monochromatic look, and I love it. The same blush, the same eyeshadow, and on the lips with this baby. Thanks, Morphe.